Is that all right? Here we go. So, I'm probably like the worst person for this type of thing. I will speak on my experience, and my experience is this. First off, I'm on my fourth marriage, and I think a lot of that stems from growing up with two moms. That my ideas of growing up with two moms and also being poor, I think had me always looking for that TV version of, man, wife, one boy, one girl, child, children. I think that's what happened to me as a kid. And don't get me wrong, there was plenty of love in our family, and I was always a big mama's boy. But I think that's what I was always looking for. I was looking for that perfect cookie cutter type family and, stability. So I'm probably not the best person. Now, it feels like this many times to find that right person. And I don't want to discourage anybody, right? Because we always think that last ex was the right one, and it gets frustrating. I totally understand. And for me as a guy, I was a player in there for a bit, and I would play this stupid game where I could tell what type of guy that a girl would be into, and I would be that guy. So what happens then? What happens then is that you started, even though I could be that person, but you're starting a relationship on a lie. And then it only lasts for, maybe a few months, maybe a year if you're lucky, but it never lasts. Now, I know I'm not giving you any great advice here. I'm just telling you what I've been through. I'm telling you what the asshole version of me has done. I've been cheated on. I've cheated before. It's, now to be fair, no, that's not even to be fair. There's no, what do you call it? There's no excuse for that type of behavior. And I'm not proud of it. With my wife now, I was totally open and honest with her because I met her when I was 45, I believe. Hold on a second. Sorry. Anyways, but yeah, I met my wife at a later age, and I'm just like, hey, this is me. I'm too old to play games. This is my resume. It's really shitty in some places, but if you want to make a go of this, then let's do this. Let's see where we go. And this has honestly been the best relationship I've ever been in. No lie, because every relationship in the past, like, oh, that was the best one I've ever been in. But I was I self-sabotage relationships at times because I don't want to get hurt. That's, I think, one of my biggest flaws in a relationship is that I will subconsciously self-sabotage because I don't want to get hurt. So it's easier for me to be an a-hole and F it up than, waiting to see how long it's going to last. So for the first year with my wife now, I looked at it, like you make comparisons, it's just human nature. But it wasn't until after that first year, because the first year is always the honeymoon phase. That first year, that first, month to year that's the best, everything's new. But if you start looking at it after that, and you still have those feelings, and that's the way it is, then you really got something special there. I've also been in a very super toxic relationship. My first marriage was that way. I have two beautiful daughters from that marriage, but it was super toxic. And on that note, let me tell you this. I know this all sounds negative, but let me tell you this. The holidays are coming in hot and heavy. And the holidays are the worst time. It's the worst time for our mental health. It's the worst time for our depression. It's the worst time for our feelings. It's the worst time if you're newly single to start going, while I'm alone on the holidays, and this sucks. So then you start calling that ex. Hey, how you doing? Everything okay? Oh yeah. I've been missing you too. Man, I'm telling you what, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. If at all possible, don't do it. I did it with my first toxic ex. And I felt guilty that she was alone on the holidays. I was feeling alone on the holidays. And that's partly why our daughters, hers and my daughter, our older daughters, I have 2 kids with her and I have 2 kids with my wife now. My 2 kids with her are 32 and 25. And the reason they're 7 years apart is because of that. I felt, was feeling guilty. And she was a horrible person to me. She was very abusive, mentally and physically. Anyways, she seems to be better now, but I don't really have to talk to her because my children are adults. Yay! Okay. I'm sounding like the bitter ex. Anyways, be careful around the holidays because you tend to make just mistakes. You make mistakes because you feel some kind of way. But don't give up. Don't give up. I don't think I ever told myself I'm never getting married again. I'm not now. This is the last time. But I've never said that before this time. But this is what it's like for me. This is like a healthy relationship. We have 2 children together. There's solidarity in the house. We have each other's backs. I've been out of work, and I'm being a stay-at-home dad now to our 3-year-old and our 1.5-year-old, and that's been hard on me. But she knows that because when we got together, I was working at 3 different hospitals at the same time. She knows that I can be a workaholic, and she knows that I'm having a hard time right now. But she's got my back, and she doesn't make me feel like shit. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't use my insecurity as a weapon if we're having a disagreement about something. People that do that, that's just bad news because you cannot take those words back. You cannot take those words back. You use somebody's insecurities against them because you know that's what's going to hurt them the most, and you use it against them in the argument. You guys don't need to be together. You guys don't need to be together. That's just awful. And I've been there. I've been there too. So I'm just saying, I'm not going to ever, I really only want to talk about stuff that I've gone through, experiences that I've had, because I don't want you guys ever to be like, oh, well, he was saying that I need to do this. In the end, you're going to do what you're going to do. You're going to do what's going to make you feel happy, what's going to be right for you. Only you, and only you can make that choice, not me. All I can do as a dad, is tell you my experiences, tell you my good experiences, tell you my bad experiences, and hope that you don't have to go through the bad ones any more than I did. I as a parent, I want to save you from that pain if possible. So that's it. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I love you. Things will get better. Don't give up. You're going to find that person. It took me a long time, and I don't mean to make you feel like, oh, great, I got to wait till I'm in, till I'm in old age to finally find that person. You're going to learn, you're going to take from different relationships in your life. Every relationship, every marriage I've had has built another portion of me, good or bad. All right, so take it as a lesson, and you're eventually going to find that person that's going to deserve the better version of you after all those lessons have been learned. All right, love you.